And good evening, dear ones. Robert Brzezinski with you. It's Friday night. It's the 15th of May. And just in case my brother's watching, a big, huge shout out to my brother Michael for his birthday today. I don't know if he's watching or not, and I've spoken with him today. So happy birthday, my brother Michael. Okay. Every night, 8:15 p.m., 8:15 a.m. in the mornings, we get together and we do this thing called spiritual mind treatment, called prayer. And it started as a way for me to just be me, to be out in the world and to show up online and pray. And in the midst of that, something began to shift and something began to happen. And there've been a long periods of time where we had lots of guest ministers on this program and brought all kinds of people in to pray with. And in the last week or so, it's been predominantly just me again, just praying on my own. And through it all, what I'm reminded is there is a great and glorious and grand community out here. We're all part of it. We're all living within the oneness that is God, that is God's life. And right now, that life is perfect. And in the human realm, it can be a little confusing. It can be a little jarring. It can be a bit questionable. There's things that are happening that on myself, I just question them. I'm watching people that are long-time New Thoughters, long-time religious scientists going over, in my opinion, going over the edge with conspiracy theories and unproven speculation about what or why. And rather than being in the question of what comes next, so many people that are still in the place of trying to make others wrong for what happened or blame others for why we're where we are. There's a dark cloud over my neighborhood in Colorado tonight, and that's not figuratively speaking. There's a dark cloud out there. We've been surrounded by lightning for the last 20 minutes or so. And it reminds me that even in the darkest of moments, there are those glimmers of light. There are those flashes of light. They seem violent and they seem all too short in duration and just gone. But they're there to remind us that there's always the one. That one energy, that one power, presence and intelligence is always there. And it's lighting a way, it's providing a beacon and a signal and a way to see forward into the world, into what's next, into the newness, into the nextness that's coming. So ultimately, I'm really grateful that I get to be here each and every morning, each and every evening. And I'm grateful for everyone that shows up in the morning and the evening. And those that watch this at another time, you guys are great too. Because I'll tell you, all day long, I get little reminders, and I get little thank yous, and I get little comments throughout the day of how this thing that I do is serving. And it's not that I'm anything special. I know that you all can do the same thing I do. I'm just crazy enough to commit to doing it live twice a day. But it is meaningful, and I am grateful that you're here, grateful that you're with me. So now remember, this is spiritual mind treatment. This is not begging, beseeching God. We're not here to beg for, oh, please fulfill my needs and not worry about others. This is a spiritual mind treatment. We're here to condition our own belief system, to condition the physical part of our mind, of our brains, and the metaphysical piece that is our mind, and shift that into a consciousness of knowing the wholeness, knowing the oneness, knowing the allness of life that is God's life expressing as all of our lives. So if at any point you'd like to get in on the party as far as that prayer and spiritual mind treatment is concerned, please send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com. Let me know what's in your heart, what's in your desires, and what truth you would like to know. And I'll be more than happy to make sure that we get your prayers, get you in the prayer book, get you moving in the system. Uh, and if you'd like to be on the program, please reach out. Let me know. Let me know that you'd like to be on this program, and you're more than happy to come in and pray. And let's pray together. So there it is. There's the words. Let's pray together. If you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes and find that angle of repose that is most appealing to the body temple in the moment. As I hear the thunder in the background and the rumbling of what some have called God playing dice, and others remind us that God doesn't play dice. God operates according to a principle, a universal law of cause and effect, action and reaction. Call it what you will. There is only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence, and is operating as all of life, through all of life. So the oneness of life is not here on a gamble, is not here by chance. The oneness of life is expressing perfectly, absolutely, according to the divine revelation of life, of itself. And what I know is, I know this one God, this allness, is expressing itself as love and light and beauty, as truth and health and wealth and well-being, abundance, prosperity. It's all God. I know God moving and breathing and having its being as my life, as your life, as all life, perfectly. Whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing absent. I know there is a great and glorious revelation that is occurring on the planet at this time right now. It is God taking new life. It is God giving birth to a new epoch, a new perspective, a new way of seeing and being on the planet. And I know we're all part of that. Each one a divine emanation of spirit, and therefore each one vital to the evolution of spirit. Each one a divine adult of God, and each one an absolutely necessary vessel through which God expresses into the world and into this new and coming and emerging vision for humanity. A world that works for everyone. No exceptions, no rejections, no divisions. A world that works for everyone. No segments, no even the words that represent the separation escape me. For there is a great and glorious sense of unity that is happening across the planet right now, filling me, and I trust and I know the truth is filling so many across this planet. So many awakening to the spiritual magnificence of unity. So we transcend all those concepts and ideas and thoughts that imply or in any way suggest that there is anything other than unity. There's nothing separating us, nothing dividing us. Those are all just human false perceptions of the reality that is revealing itself. A reality of love and connection, a reality of community, one human family expressing itself as all of life. My life, your life, the lives of everyone everywhere, no matter what. So I know there's something magnificent happening here. I hesitate to label or to try to define what's happening because it's God's life, not my life. This is all God. This is all the good of God revealing itself. And it is I in the human that judge it as less than or wrong or painful or harmful or There's a great healing that's happening in the moment. There's a great clearing that's happening on the planet. An old consciousness is dying away and a new one taking its place. An old perception of humanity and life on this planet and business and healthcare and schooling and all and education, all of it, all the old systems crumbling away and the new ones replacing themselves, rising up to meet the challenge to say, here is a new way of being on the world, on the planet, in the world. Giddy with anticipation for what happens next. For we're not going back to the old normal. We're not going forward into a new normal. We're going forward into a reality, into the reality of God's life on this planet, into a reality where everyone is honored and respected, into a reality where borders are irrelevant, into a reality where there is a renewed emphasis on beauty and art and aesthetics, where forgiveness is the norm for errors or for debts, where we know and we know that we know the joy and the majesty of expressing God's life into the world through creative endeavors, through the creative opportunities. And so I claim for each that hear these words a deep sense of knowing that there is an opportunity here right now. No matter what it may look like, there's an opportunity to step into and step up and step forward and be the divine expression of God that you are here to be. To share the gifts that only you can share, to share the wisdom and the inspiration and the love that you are here to give. So I claim for each a deep sense of the sacred yes. Yes, I am ready. Yes, I am willing. Yes, I am, God, here to serve. And I know that this word is already being acted upon, that this word, this truth, this prayer is already active in the mind of God. For there is no division, there is no separation. This is God reminding each one of us in our own words, in our own way, of our own divinity. So I am grateful to recognize this truth and to release this word into the law that must say yes, and in fact is already operating upon this truth, and just let it happen. No question about how or when or why, just letting it happen. Letting go and letting God be God. And so I stand in affirmation of this truth and invite all that feel aligned to this word in any way to join in that affirmation as we say together, and so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with me this evening. I will be back in the morning for morning prayers, 8:15 a.m. And so looking forward to being with you. Do remember, if you're interested in taking all of this a whole another step deeper, got a great new program starting on Monday, Activate Your Soul's Purpose, a 21-day journey of enlightenment. And you can check it out on the webpage, 21dayjourney.gr8.com. And what's really cool about this, and what I'm really, really myself excited about, is that this all happens inside a private Facebook group. So you'll be able to see each other's responses and interactions on Facebook, but so you don't have to go anywhere extra. But nobody else is going to see what you see. And it happens every morning for 21 days, first thing in the morning, Mountain Time, 7 a.m. And then if that time frame doesn't work for you, well, then check it out later in the day. The recordings will be available immediately. And again, they're only available to people that are in the private Facebook group. So if you'd like to learn more about joining us starting on Monday morning, then starting on Monday any day, anytime, right, is what I just said. And then please, by all means, check this out. Send me a comment, drop me a direct message on Facebook, send an email, revbriz@Spirit Evolving. Let me know. Sign up for the email list at 21dayjourney.gr8.com and let us know. And we'll make sure you get the information, get into the group, and are able to get started with this. This is going to be a very, very powerful practice and a very powerful group. I can tell you by the people that are signing up, and it's going to be a very powerful process and practice that you can take into your daily life long beyond what this 21 days is. This is about building habits and building a strong practice. You're going to be, I believe, incredibly delighted with the results at the end of the 21 days. So, all right, that's it for tonight, folks. It's a Friday night. I trust you're having a great time. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time, for another episode of Morning Prayers. But thanks again for being with me on Evening Prayers. We'll see you soon. Peace and blessing. Bye now.